Mohan Rao Goli, Managing Director and Corporate Vice President at Samsung R&D Institute, India. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Mohan Rao Goli.
Hey, good afternoon. So, thank you for that wonderful talk. So, today I would like to explain about the kind of technology directions for the next generation of the wireless communications. So, before that, let me tell you about the what kind of experience shift that is happening in front of us. The rule-based or the structured-based or the design-based, the experiences are getting challenged, and then with the advent of AI, the experiences are getting changed. If you take our core experiences with any kind of mobile communication systems, it's about the voice-related communications, the conversations. Over the period of the generation of the wireless communications, the audio quality has been evolved, the signaling load has been come down, the codec technologies have been enhanced. But with the AI, this conversation is focused more on the consumer-centric now. How the conversations can be, make it more experience-rich, be it like live translations or live transcriptions, or can we make a call summary and then create some notifications and action items through the AI. Coming to the messages, of course, after the conversations, people will use the devices for the messaging. For the messaging, how seamlessly and how AI can give the rescue about what kind of reply need to be made, or the big emails, how can be summarized, and then give the essence of it. This is the AI-related experience. I think I don't need to talk about image and video, because we are all living in that particular era where all our images gone with the vision technologies, complemented with the AI, we are able to create the much more quality images and videos, much more filters, and we are all very active in the social media. So we are using these outcomes in the social media itself. That is how the era of normal consumer life is getting changed with the AI. But while this particular change is happening, there is a clear one kind of condition or one kind of things which is silently making this to enable is the wireless communication networks. That wireless communication network with the generations of the generations is able to create such kind of experiences. Whenever the new generation, new G, is getting defined, we always talk about what kind of killer applications, what kind of killer service is needed towards making the consumer life better. So 5G, when it is got rolled out, also is similar kind of discussions are happened. So now the silent revolution is happening with the AI models running across the world, across the systems, across the network nodes, and then giving the very beautiful services to the consumers, like I explained before. So that is why the 5G very silently and rapidly is getting enhanced across the world. Like my previous speakers and as well as the Prime Minister Modi told in the morning in the inaugural session that India is also having every district, every village is also having the 5G coverage now. More than 3 billion kind of subscribers are there in the world at the moment with the 5G. So 5G is growing and building this particular AI experiences. So what next? Is it enough? So that's where the new applications, there's the need for the new kind of services to evolve. Probably, I would say that 5th generation of the wireless communications will cater to the direct consumer needs, direct human requirements. But with that 5G or with the kind of wireless communications, we are able to see that lot of devices, lot of connected devices, many new form factors, new sensors are coming up, and then getting connected, and then connected devices experiences are coming up. That makes the new way of applications also coming up, the extended reality. Imagine about you are wearing your own AR glasses or XR glasses, and then recollect the memories, recollect the previous conversations, recollect what you exchanged, and give that meaningful experiences through the augmented realities in the real time. Imagine about the kind of communications, the way the conversations is going to happen through the holographic communications with the life size. Third is that, of course, the digital replicas. I mean, we are talking about the smart factories, smart diagnosis, smart surgeries, or the remote surgeries. If you don't have the digital replica of that one, we have seen that how it is very difficult to do this one. To carry all these particular applications, like my previous speaker told, we need to have the higher bandwidth, higher throughput, low latencies, and we need to have the extraordinary coverages everywhere. Without that, it is very difficult to handle these kind of applications where we are living. When I say that it is only the human requirements, and now the next wave of device requirements are coming, virtually devices will not have any kind of limits. Even our field of view is limited, so we can see only this much. But 6 DOF cameras can see 360 degrees. Spatial audios are possible. So with this kind of applications, and then kind of services are getting researched and then coming up, what kind of technologies are needed for the wireless communications? But at the same time, we are all global citizens. We are all using the connected devices. We are all using the electricity very well. But silently, at the 2020 telecom, all telecom networks put together, they have consumed 1% of the electricity itself. And that is growing steadily. Thanks to COVID during the 2021, and everybody started using this one. The telecom networks are holded the entire business, and remote working and etc. So the electricity consumption has been multiple fold increased. If I have to spread it across about what kind of elements the telecommunication networks are consuming it, nearly radio networks, about 73% of the consumption is happening in the radio networks itself. This really requires the sustainable networks going forward to design the next generation of the wireless communications. So the new element of applications and new way of device requirements, new way of power related things, which is made possible to define the traditional way of defining the 6 generations of the wireless communications is under the question. Of course, it is very important to have the spectral efficiency, higher throughput, cell edge performance, and latencies, and kind of number of device coverages, etc. But at the same time, it is very important to design the next generation of the communications with the requirements of making AI native platforms, ubiquitous spectrum coverage, as well as the sustainable network, and very secure and reliable networks. Because we talked about the PQC kind of situations, the quantum computing, which is getting evolved, and with the post-quantum, we need to have the reliable and the secured networks as well. Because the data privacy and the data consumption will be very, very important. So today, let's talk about the AI native nature of the wireless communications, little bit more about the design. We all see the witness about the virtual RANs. Almost like most of the 5G networks, our greenfield 5G networks are started with the vRAN kind of deployments. That gives a lot of flexibility to the operators, lot of flexibility to the ecosystems, that with the distributed network element nature, we created the virtualized platforms. Natural progression is that from the virtual platform to the AI native platforms. That should have the liberty to use the, what kind of compute need to be used, whether it is XPUs, CPUs or GPUs or NPUs. And similarly, all these network elements need to also need to utilize this particular AI native computing methods available in the bare metals. So second point is that while we are talked about like 5G network, how the core experiences of the consumers are getting changed with the AI models, how about the creating the network also to materialize with the AI models itself? How we can do the channel estimations? How can we effectively use the radio resources? How we can effectively use the radio resource KPIs to manage with the AI models? That is the one particular perspective. But another perspective is that like the kind of applications and services which we are going to see in the future, what kind of communication network is needed? So AI for the network elements to optimize and then do better, and network for AI, for the communication networks to build for the AI era completely. So these two are the very, very important segments which we have to consider and then design the communication networks for the 6th generations. So that is why there are a lot of open forums, and Samsung is also very active in these particular open forums to define these particular considerations. And when we talk about little bit about the AI for network, is starting from the physical layers, like even for the how to effectively utilize the radio resources, channel estimation techniques, beamforming techniques, to the protocol level, that what kind of protocol messages need to be exchanged. For example, we have the inactivity timer, which is constant across the whole networks, which is about 10 seconds. Even one WhatsApp message will go to the network, will make the 10 seconds radio resources are reserved for it. So why to make the 10 seconds always to make the connection happen? Why can't we optimize it? Why can't we do some AI models to understand the traffic patterns and then utilize the radio resources very effectively? Third is that net LLM, because the Gen AI nature, which is a lot of LLMs are getting utilized for the natural language processing and normal language methods. So why can't we use the network parameters optimization using the net LLMs or telco LLMs to be developed, so that we can make a lot of replicas and then we can do a lot of quality processing inside using this particular replicas itself. So we are at the Samsung, we are researching in all these particular areas and then using the lot of data which is available with us, and then making this particular models to run into the next generation, and then preparing the designs related to these particular networks. The subscriber data as well as the channel parameters. If you see the radio parameters, the wireless parameters, there are thousands of parameters are there. So if you make the current process is that we will make the fine tuning relating to the understanding about the channel conditions over there, and then create the network systems to operate with these particular parameters actually. With little bit of tuning, we will deploy everywhere. So that means that one kind of parameters or one kind of configuration parameters will be applied to the almost every radio access networks at the moment. That will change with the AI models to coming into picture. So that will change in the sense that the kind of systems that we are having it will automatically learn the current radio conditions and automatically understand the traffic patterns, automatically understand the user devices. So based on that one, the network itself will self-organize in such a way that what kind of configuration parameters are required or to make the radio resources to be better utilized there. This kind of millions of configurations are possible for the millions of the subscribers itself with the AI model. Without that, it is impossible to do any kind of designs. So on that front, let me tell you that it is going to be very, very interesting and I would say that very, very complex to design this kind of methods and create that computational networks. But AI and Gen AI models will make it easy for life to us. Thank you so much, and have a look into this particular 6G white paper which is released by Samsung. I think it has more details about this particular keynote. Thank you.
May I again please request the KPMG team to kindly present the memento to Mr. Mohan Rao Goli.